watching My Two Cents here on AETV Live. I've been having quite the discussion. Maggie, take us away.
Oh yes. It has actually been a fun ride. And speaking of fun ride, so being firmly rooted in traditionalism and religion, our Nigerian society has been known to frown upon unmarried couple living together before they are officially wed. But in recent times, intending couples have put out some benefits that come from cohabiting rather before marriage. Popular actor Ibrahim Suleiman seems to share some similar sentiments. Let's take a look at the post. So, ladies, can we start by rationalizing some valid reasons that discourage cohabitation? It's important to note that in the post, the young man says that he's actually all in, that he cohabited with his full chest, and it did well for him and his marriage. He's currently married. So can we actually, point out some valid reasons why people should not cohabitate, keeping religion aside, per se?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the reasons why some people have been discouraging cohabitation all along. Mm-hmm. And one of them has to do with, you said you should take religion out of it, but I think it's going to be hard.
How do you say?
So I wanted to point out that for some religions, let me use Christianity as an example because I can speak on that.
Yeah.
Sex before marriage is frowned against.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So at the end of the day, cohabitation would only encourage,
having carnal knowledge of each other.
Yes.
Having sex.
Exactly.
Having sex. I have to call it out.
Having sex. Okay. Same thing. So for me, I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people discourage cohabitation, especially if they are of the Christian faith. I can speak about that. So second reason would be, some people would say, well, I don't want C finish to actually come inside. But that C finish, I think it's relative. It's like this because sometimes some people feel they want to see you. So there's supposed to be there's a thin line between seeing you and seeing you finish. I don't know if you get what I mean. Some people want to really
know who you are,
know who the person is. Yeah. But sometimes out of that knowledge comes the opportunity to take that person for granted, and a whole lot of other things that could eventually mess up future plans. Sometimes I think that's a good thing because if you've seen everything and you don't now like what you see, that might now be, a good time to take a step back.
So people struggle.
So my struggle would be for me, I think one of the main reasons why I believe it's discouraged is just for faith.
Yeah. Aside that, no other valid reason.
Sorry, let me faith and see finish.
That's it.
Yeah. Let me still pray on that C finish. All right. Now let me give an analogy. Now, if you have variety of soups and you decide to eat okra every day, every day.
Okra don't you get sweeter?
Okay. Well, I get tired of eating one soup all the time. That's the point I'm trying to make here.
I don't think that is a fair analogy.
Well,
a soup is just what it is. A soup. Human beings are dynamic.
That's why I said an analogy. So, it doesn't have to be it when you want to make an example.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say basically now is that for people that are not married yet, and most of the time, these guys know who they actually want for real. That's the truth. So they'll end up just testing the waters with you, trying to
you cook and clean.
Yeah, that's the thing. It comes with all those wifely duties, but in their mind they're like,
holding,
girl.
Probably not even the one.
Yeah, she's not the one.
So
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay, they have finished. So you have your say that it's okay. Tiny.
No, I totally agree. I don't know who said the placeholding thing. I feel like that's the number one thing for me. I don't think that sex defines is what a marriage is about. Personally, I feel like sex is for procreation first before pleasure. In my opinion, no, sex is for procreation first. But I feel like there's more to a relationship. That's why I say human beings are dynamic and all. So if you're seeing the person, the imperfections, which are the perfect things when it comes to relationship, that underline what I said. The imperfection
Imperfections.
is what's either going to bring you closer or is what's going to break you apart. So I totally agree. That's where the see finish thing comes in. Maybe it's not see finish. Maybe you just see this person for who they are, and that's all.
Yeah, true. So thank you very
Closer,
much.
magnified.
Yeah, Mr. Ibadan, before I come to you, because I would like you to you have been there, you've done that. So I'm very happy that you're here.
Being there in what sense?
No,
Don't get me wrong.
Why don't you think I have cohabited?
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
she would tell us. That's why I said she's been there and she's married. So,
Okay.
but personally, I look at it. If we're saying valid reasons, coming from a psychological standpoint, there is actually no valid reasons why people should be discouraged from staying together. Because when you're looking at marriage is the long-term goal, right? And it's like walking into a room, a dark room, blindfolded. A lot of people do a very good job of disguising who they are. And you can't really tell where a person actually is from a distance. Okay, we go on dates. Okay, you go to visit the person once in a while. You've not seen the person actually take off the masks. Because for a good part of people dating, they are wearing masks. Is the truth. And even if you want to dive into faith a little, say don't cohabitate because you're going to have sex. People who live apart till marriage still indulge in fornication a whole lot of times. So for me, I don't necessarily see the valid reason there. I think personally, do what works for you, but put whatever you believe first. So, madam, please let us hear your opinion on this and what you suggest, young people do.
Okay. First and foremost, like Gabby said, it's the religious standpoint for me.
Okay.
I am going to be real with you guys. I didn't. I had carnal knowledge of my husband, as you said.
We should
use it now. This is where we use it.
Before we got married.
And you didn't burst into flames. Oh my God.
No, I did not. But one of the things that can also happen is that you've already had the icing. So after the wedding, nothing
else
exciting, nothing new. So it's just like you fall into your routine. But if you don't cohabit before marriage, everything is like, oh, let's test this together, There's a bit of excitement around
But
that.
I'm confused.
There's a bit of excitement around
I'm
that.
confused. You said having carnal knowledge.
Yes.
Having carnal knowledge is not the same as cohabiting. Am I wrong, guys?
Okay, yes, it's not. It's not actually. It's not, but that is the bottom line.
Yeah, why people
Because-
avoid cohabiting?
Yes,
Why most people
because
avoid it.
when you stay together, eventually eventually.
Mortar will wash.
Eventually.
Yes.
But apart from that, the woman begins to settle into wifely roles, which she may not be adequately prepared for at that time.
Untimely.
Which she may not
that
even be
time.
the wife at the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
And they
there
start
will-
crying, they start me breakfast.
you
I feel
know,
like that's what even makes the
I think
breakfast
you
very
make
deep.
exactly you get too involved in each other's lives, too
Lives.
intertwined, and at the end of the day, because no permanent decision has been made yet.
Especially when
Not
there's
many
doubts.
permanent.
There's
Yeah,
doubt somewhere.
so ladies, there's more. To actually finalize this
Either of them
topic.
leaves broken at the end of the day if it doesn't happen, that
Yeah.
it leads to marriage.
Yeah. So to finalize this topic, there's actually a last question here. You say people claim that living together help open each other's eyes to the true behavior of their partner. How true or false do you think this
That
is?
Okay, I have something.
Yes, please.
Okay, so first I'd say it's both true and false.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yes, it's both true and false. First, somebody wants to get something from you. Let's say, for example, a man wants to get married to this woman and she's a prize and he's always wanted to win her over. He'll still mask some things if he wants to as much as possible, even living together in the same house.
Yeah.
Because, do you understand what I mean? Because if you want to hide something, if you really want to hide something and be who you're not, even living within the same house, you can still hide that.
Yeah.
That is if the woman is not paying attention, right?
I don't agree. I don't think
Unless the
I agree.
woman
No,
is not paying attention.
I agree because I was gonna give an example. It's false actually because for me, my own 2 cents.
Yeah.
I know of a couple, or rather a man who is complaining bitterly and wants to leave his wife.
Okay.
And his reason was they dated for 2 years, And most of the time they stayed together. In fact, they were living, cohabiting together. But this lady was she was acting like a saint. She was the perfect lady. She has studied the guy. She knows what the guy likes.
She knows what she
and
wanted
all that.
from him.
Yes. So she was practically a saint.
So
But once they got married,
to get the
she was
ring.
another person.
Now let me let you understand something. I'm so sorry to do this, but let me let you understand something. If the goal is marriage, most times people change and reveal their true selves afterwards. That's what I'm saying. It's possible, but at the same time, it's also possible to still see the signs.
It's not
of
like
who that person
it's
really
also
is.
possible. It is there.
What will you say about
Those
people?
things are there.
What will you say about people that have gotten married 3 years and then they're just realizing that their partner was married, another, right before? A lot of things keep coming out sometimes. Sometimes I'm telling you that someone can fully wear a mask and be with someone and hide everything.
I feel like at the end of the day, whether you're cohabiting or not, people wear masks. People can camouflage and pretend to be who they are not. But cohabiting, in my opinion, aside from the fact that it enables having sexual relations, which is a no-no for a lot of people, I feel
For
like
some people.
Yeah, I feel like it opens your eyes to some extent. It's you have a better view of the person close up than when the person
Then you
is
decide
far
if you want to
away.
go or if you want to step back.
In more cases,
I agree with you, Tanya.
than
Not.
not exactly.
So I agree with Ibrahim in this case.
Yeah. I agree with him. Oh, now